The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Kurt, not often these days you see a matchup as good as this between two elite running backs, two guys with a focal point of the offense.
And talking to them this week, you know they are both hyped up to go against each other, both looking for bragging rights. Can't wait to see who ends up playing better.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Edwards.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Using his legs, it's Henry. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. He didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
So second down after the incompletion. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Fights off a defender. Tried to bounce it but couldn't get the quarterback to stop him for a loss.
I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's a quick grab. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, I don't mind the quarterback making this throw. He found the open receiver. Really would have loved to have seen a little bit more effort by this wide receiver to get to that first down marker. Instead, we got a fourth down decision.
The punt team making their way on the field. That takes a big bounce and rolls all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the handoff towards the right tackle. Running with purpose. Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense. As the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. Second down and 11. Makes a quick grab. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Opening drive for this defense, and boy, they come out meaning business. A big-time sack on third down brings up a fourth down and an opportunity here to gain some momentum early.
And here comes the punter onto the field.
On to kick it away.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. First play of the drive now coming up from the 29. First down, looking to throw the ball. Caught in the backfield. It's Hopkins. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. So, Kirk, we reached the end of one. So far, a defensive stalemate here in the early stats illustrating the story. As we get lined up here for quarter number 2, we'll see if the offenses can get going. They didn't do much in the opening quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Caught over the middle. It's Harden. The gain is enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 40.
They pick up a completion. It doesn't get big yards, but you know what? Enough for the first down. Let's move the sticks.
First and 10 play coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Deflected by the defense and incomplete.
Man, I love to see linebackers in today's game. They're physical enough to be able to be in the box and defend the run because that's their main primary job. But here you can see the athletic ability to be in man coverage and be able to make a play and knock the ball away.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Looking to chuck it again. Running back grabs it on a screen. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers, but he stopped short of the first down.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long, so this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, pick up any potential blitzes here on third and long.
On third down, he drops to throw. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. We're going to kick it away for the second time. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. On first down, it's play action. Looking deep to the right side. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
First down now at the 48. What a difference one play can make from being backed up to out near midfield. It's a bootleg looking to throw. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Offense facing a second and 10. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down. One of those critical third down plays coming up. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Grab down the middle. It's Jefferson. And they convert on third down. Move the ball to the 36.
Man, you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Incomplete to the wire. It's second down.
Second down after the incompletion. And he drops back in the gun. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
So it's third and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And they convert on third. Football at the 20 now. First down in the red zone.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. And it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
Go to the sideline, steps out after a short gain.
Chris, a really great job here with the quarterback and the receiver. This is all about timing. Quarterback gets back, no hitch in his delivery, gets the ball out in front of the receiver where he can run away from the defender for a nice completion.
That completion makes it second and medium. And he'll set up to throw. Caught near the goal line.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And now the try here for the extra point. PAT makes it 7-0. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Pass complete on a crossing route. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10?
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
Second down after that completion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Wide open downfield. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
He's going to pull it down and run. Defense brings him to the ground as the final seconds of the first half tick away. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Nashville, and we've had a lively first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
The kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense back on the field again. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Makes a quick catch.
Well, that's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback's safety blanket.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Caught over the middle. It's Hill. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Powering right past the defender. And the second effort there will earn him the first down.
Look at this offensive line paved the way for this back on this huge run. This is the way you come out to start the second half, working with a lead.
First down and 10. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
2nd and 10 following the incompletion from the 37. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Second down, looking to throw it. Grabbed by the receiver. The ball is loose. Defense makes the recovery a turnover.
This offense just blew an opportunity. Have a nice lead here in the second half with the football. The last thing you want to do is turn it over, and they put the ball on the ground and now give your opponent a chance to get right back in this game.
And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. Handoff here from the shotgun. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Play action fake, looking to throw. The tight end has got it. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, this defense can fly to the football as a group. That's great team pursuit. The quarterback a little unsure on whether he should keep it or pitch it, and the defense makes him pay for that with their speed.
And the crowd coming to life here trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Looking to pick up the first down through the air, but it's incomplete, and that will now bring up fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
No field goal attempt. Offense still on the field. They're going to go for it on fourth and short from the 20. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a first down and goal.
This crowd is trying to make a difference in this football game and cheering on their defense, and that play right there will make everybody take a seat. What a great job of converting here.
Fresh set of downs. First and goal. They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. This big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Pass caught. And the tackle is made on what's going to be the final play of this period. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Crucial play to begin the new quarter. The offense sets up with a third and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks.
Boy, this defense is holding on for dear life. They stop him just short of the goal line, and now we've got a fourth and goal. Late in the game, offense against defense. Can the defense step up one more time, get a stop, and hold on to a victory?
Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Offense makes their way on the field. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Powers through. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. That's caught. It's Jefferson. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
Here we go, a crucial 3rd and 1 late in this game. It's a keeper trying to get to the marker. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play.
Well, that's the right call here by the offensive coordinator. Keep it simple. Just go right behind your line, but no push at all. The defense completely stops him there at the line of scrimmage.
And that sets up a return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And here comes the offense back out on the field now. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Some really tight windows to throw into for this quarterback with the defense sitting back in zone. But he finds the curl route, and he shows you his arm strength by getting it in there.
Important second down play coming up. And the clock has stopped here as we reach the final 2 minutes of play. Second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Hopkins. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down.
Chris, man, I have no idea how you let that guy get that open. You know for a fact, all week long, in fact, they brought it up in our meetings yesterday, that they've got to stop this receiver, and then you lose track of him, and they're lucky that didn't go as a touchdown.
And looking to throw now on first down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Well, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
And he's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain. What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Grab made near the sidelines. Good job keeping the foot in bounds. That'll be enough for a first down.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
1st and 10 now for the offense. And the single back takes the handoff. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Delivers quickly to the left side. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. He's got it near the end zone. And they finally tackle him down at the 1. Big gain in the pitch and catch. And the defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments. The offense knocking on the door here with a 1st and goal. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss of the play. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. Grab behind the line, it's Edwards.
Chris, I thought we might be headed to overtime here, but this offense would not be denied. Outstanding execution, and they take the lead Now it's all about, can their defense hold on to see if they can get this win.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. Play action here on first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42. Got to get points quickly here, looking for explosive plays right now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
At this point in the game, obvious situations, you're going to throw the football. I like the call by the defensive coordinator. Went with dime. 6 defensive backs, get them as much speed on the field as you can. May have confused the quarterback there a little bit and led to that incompletion.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Trying to create here on the move. Pass caught on a comeback route. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, drops back. The pocket breaking down. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, this wasn't exactly an offensive showcase, but the defense showed a lot of grit to come out with this hard-earned W.
Yeah, really, if you could look on both sides of the football, I think both defenses played well. Although they got some help, as you said, Chris, by not the greatest offense as far as execution is concerned today.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.